I have heard this story about the committed service of a man. As the casket was about to be lowered into the grave, a mourner came forward and said, "He was a very nice man, and he loaned me $100, and I owe him that money." He took $100 bill and placed it on the casket. Another man came forward stating that he also owed the deceased $100 bill, $100, and wanted to pay him back that very moment. So he placed another $100 bill on the casket. Then, as the undertaker was about to lower the casket into the grave, another man came forward and declared that he owed the deceased $300. As he was saying this, he took his check leaf and wrote $500 and placed it on the casket and picked up, of course, the $200 bills on the top of the casket and put them in his pocket. Well, the parable of the dishonest manager that Jesus talks about, a steward who wasted his master's property as well as cheated his master. And this is one of the most puzzling stories in the gospel. The guy is about to be fired for cheating, gets back at his boss by cheating him again. And in return, he receives the boss praise. And how are we to understand that comparison? The servant in the parable is bad to the bone, yet he still has a message to bring that we can all learn from. And Jesus shows how even the worst have something of the best to teach us if we will be but willing to receive wisdom from a tainted source. Honesty is a matter of doing the right thing. A good character is not achieved by a few great deeds, but by many little ones. Every little action of the common day makes or unmakes character. A Russian novelist, Fyodor Dostoevsky, says, "The second half of a person's life is usually made up of the habits acquired during the first half." What a frightening thought. A moment seemingly comes in our lives when the precious clay of which we are made hardens and settles. And from that point on, we can assume no new shape. Thus, the dishonest person will remain dishonest to the end. The man in the parable is a world-class cheater, and he was so used to cheating that he couldn't change. And we hear stories of cheating every day. Cheating is nothing new, and cheating is child's play, but adults get good at it. The real dilemma of cheating is what it does to us inside. When we forfeit our integrity, the true self slips away. And more we become identified with who we are. And quite soon, we cannot find the good person we once were. In 1599, Sir Edwin Sandys, an English politician and a colonial entrepreneur, coined the idiom, "Honesty is the best policy." And if God puts us or you and me into a position of responsibility, provides you with a job, or allows you to operate a business, why would you dishonor God by cheating on your employer, customers, or co-workers? In the story, the rich man was so impressed with his manager, not because of his dishonesty, but because of his wise behavior. And why the parable of the dishonest manager was included in the gospel, we might wonder. Surely it was because of the church's concern about the proper use of goods from earliest of times. Are we guilty of wasting our master's possessions? Will we be called to account for our management of what God has placed in our stewardship? Our saint today, Saint Leo, is known as the Great because of his great stewardship of what was entrusted to him.